So I love that there is a growing community of right-wing high-T alpha males who not only bring the big-brained red pills of politics and philosophy, but they also bring some necessary social promotion of moral standards, encourage us to follow the righteous path, be the best version of ourselves, and lead by example for others. Anything from "I find meaning in a life of sobriety" to "stop watching porn." And with this being a brand new channel, I decided that I would start with a bang and basically stoke a flame war with 99% of the internet by offering my own moralization. Video games are degenerate. Now I can imagine that if you're a video game lover, the first thing that enters your mind is to say that they are harmless escapism and relaxation. So let's firstly examine the proper function of escapism and relaxation, or anything that we can call a form of rest, and let's do it by analogy. Say that your life goal is to achieve the bodily aesthetics of a god among men, and you spend your time at the gym working towards this goal, you'll quickly find that without proper recovery, you do not reap the rewards of growth and conditioning, and thus you are selling your gains short. So rest is just as important as the intensity of the actual workout, because rest is when your body recovers and grows in strength, which then allows you to reach new levels of performance in your next workout. But the important thing to note in this analogy is that the amount and type of rest that you have is simply another tool which allows you to achieve your goal, not an end in itself. And your rest should end when it is no longer contributing to the achievement of your goals. Now we can apply this analogy to your whole life. Say that your life is stressful and the continuation of this stress erodes your productivity in any or all areas. Then, in the interest of pursuing the greatest productivity, you can calculate whether or not to rest and continue working with diminishing returns, or to take an amount of rest that allows your body and mind to recover, so that when you return back to work, you return to your highest productivity. But this is simply an economic calculation designed to allow you to approximate a work-rest balance that in the end allows you to maintain the highest productivity. So once again, the amount and type of rest, entertainment, escapism, etc. is a tool that serves your higher goals, not an end in itself. Of course, whether you want your life to amount to what you have achieved and created, or simply how much entertainment you consumed, will depend on what type of person you are, and how your hierarchy of values is ordered. But if the answer truly is that what many people value most is simply to consume as much throwaway entertainment as possible, is the growing nihilism and subsequent decay of Western civilization in any way a mystery? Another possibility is that video games provide a necessary emotional support, but to explore this idea I will tell you my own experience with video games as a younger man. I played a lot of Halo, so regularly that I could easily spend all day mowing down grunts and elites. I was absolutely addicted to the mythology, the heroism, and the sheer godlike superiority of force of the Master Chief. And when I played any other type of video game, it was always a shooter as well. The common theme that attracted me was that I played in the role of a charismatic, invincible warrior, striding through exotic fantasy landscapes, defeating entire civilizations on my own. But lucky for me, I've also always been a very productive, ambitious and hardworking person, and that has intensified greatly from my late teens to early 30s. Through philosophy, I was able to fully understand what I valued and be more assertive in applying these values to construct boundaries in my relationships. I have also been lifting for years with a steadily growing muscular structure that has served as a good foundation many times in my life. I also worked my way from being an employee to an employer, and not only started to make more money, but also had to get comfortable with telling people what I expected from them and how much I was willing to pay them. In many different ways, I've become a lot more confident and sure of myself over the years, and as I've become more confident in real life, I've seen the emotional kick I get out of video games wane significantly. So it seems to me that the stereotypical games that I was attracted to were power fantasies, which gave me emotionally what I lacked in real life: control, confidence, achievement, and dominance. So sure, everyone can enjoy some light-hearted escapism in gaming, of course. But if you're a heavy game player, ask yourself if they are giving you something emotionally. And is that something that you lack in real life? And if that's true, ask yourself if you are happy to simply indulge in a poor substitute for that thing instead of pursuing it in real life. Big questions, not easy to answer, but I think it's definitely something worth pondering. And just take stock of the amount of time that you sink into video games, and realistically imagine how rich, fit and educated you could be if you spent that time doing something in real life that would likely have exponential returns throughout your life. Could you start a business on the side, start a YouTube channel, learn an instrument, get more massive and juicy, go on a holiday to the Greek Isles, help to revitalize Western civilization? I think that the difference between the emotional payoff and faux achievement of video games and the endless possibilities in real life is no less than the difference between watching a good-looking woman have sex on a screen and having sex with a good-looking woman yourself in your own bed. Yes, we all enjoy some relaxation and escapism, and I'm sure that I will still play the odd video game from time to time, but at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is clear. One scenario is for beta losers and one is for alpha winners. Dominance and success in real life is for winners, and the best thing is that these days so many people are playing video games that they likely won't even try to stop you.